I'm Kim Castor with Kim Castor Art, and we're going to be doing another painting today. This is going to be episode 2. So what we're going to be doing is called fall colors. Now normally, as you can see, the canvas is white with liquid white already on it, but normally that painting would be done with a black. But we're going to try it with a white and see what happens. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is look at some of the colors we have here. We've got the burnt umber, black, Van Dyke brown, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, red, yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, lemon yellow, and a sap green, and of course titanium white. So let's get started, and I'm going to start with a 2-inch brush, and I'm going to grab just a little bit of the white, and I'm just going to mix it right here with this blue, because I don't want a real dark I don't want it really dark up on the top there. I just want it to be a lighter blue, nice bright time of day, and I'm just going to put it on kind of liberally a little bit here, and it's a little bit probably darker than I really want it, but we're going to go with it anyway. And we're just going to use little X's to spread that paint out as much as possible. And there we go. Looks like a stormy, cloudy sky there almost. Haven't got any clouds yet, but it's a bit stormy. So then we'll just kind of bring it back and forth here a little bit like this. Let the natural white spaces shine through with the blue, just like that. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to use a mixture of Van Dyke brown, black, Prussian blue, and burnt umber. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some nice little trees in here. We're going to clean the brush real quick while we're talking. And we're going to take this brush. It's got this rounded oval type of end on it. And I've already mixed this up here, just a little bit of each. And I'm just going to tap it in real gently here. And I'm going to tap it in up here where I want my trees to be. So that's what we're going to do, just like that. Just tap it all the way down. Makes a lot of noise there. Just tap it in good. Grab some more. Let some of them dark areas fall in there, which is great. Maybe we'll make that a little bit bushier. All the way down to there. And we'll come over here. Maybe we'll do a smaller one right here. All the way across. And we'll take one here. Should have nailed this canvas down a little bit higher. And we'll put some over here. A little bit more of that darker spot. Color in there. There we go. And we'll bring it down just like that. All the way down. All the way to the edge. Want to go all the way to the edge with it. And let some of that sky come through if you want to in different areas. It's great. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put some highlights on that. Just a little bit. But first, before we do that, we're going to put some tree branches and trunks and stuff like that. So what we'll do is we'll use a liner brush, and we'll dip it in your thinner. Use the same color. Run it right through that color with some thinner, lots of thinner. You want it to be nice and thin, and roll it out. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but roll it out, and then we just want to go ahead and put some tree trunks in. Just like that. Get a little more paint. Put a branch or two here and there. Okay, maybe another branch here. And let's put one over here. Kind of lonely. Okay, we'll put some over here. Even put even my little friend over here. It's not sticking, it's not thin enough. Make sure your paint's good and thin so it'll stick really well. A little bit higher, a little more thinner. Get it out good, get a good nice little roll, and breathe it, just like that. And we'll do the same over here. Now a lot of these will be covered up, but get the general idea of you want to have the indication there of having some nice chunks in there, just like that. Like you can even put another one here, just the indications of some little ones here and there, wherever. Like that. Okay. Now, why don't we just go ahead and we'll highlight that just a little bit. We'll put a little bit of this white over here, and we'll add it to that same color and give us a little bit of a grayish color. Fine. And just kind of come down a little bit. Leave some of that dark if you can. Do a little bit of a highlight on them. Just like so. I didn't make him any branches. I have to fix that. Right. Okay, let me give him some more branches over here. So we'll just touch that up real quick. Never too late. Add a little bit of dark to it. There we go. Okay. Now, let's take a little bit of a knife right here, and we'll take some. And we will add some of the tagged yellow to it. Mix it up good. Want to get plenty of it. I think we'll take a little spot of that and add a little bit more of this. Add some of this lemon yellow to it. Give it a little different color. A little bit of a different color to it. Just like that. Maybe a little bit of white. Just a little bit more. You can get that little marble effect. And that way when you pick it up you'll get some different colors going in different directions. So we'll take the same brush that we used before, and we'll just grab some of that color, and we'll just start up the top. See, we'll get some nice little, pretty little highlights in there. Make sure you leave some of those nice dark areas. You want them dark areas in there. Put some over here, little bushes over here maybe. Okay, put a little bit over here. Bushes in here. Tree right there. And one over here. One up here. And put some up over here. Bushes in there. So then we'll use the same brush. We'll get that lighter color, and we'll come in here. We'll just give it a little bit more than a bit more yellow in there. Give it some more color in there. Don't overdo it though. Go real easy. Bit of a different tops here a little bit maybe. And let's just grab a little of this red, put right in there with it. And let's just give it a little bit of a sparkler on some of these here maybe. A little bit different color. Why not? Okay, so we'll clean our brush. And I think what we'll do is we'll grab a little bit of a greenish color in there too. So we'll just clean that up a little bit. And we'll dry it off. Should dab it on a napkin or a rag or something, make sure it's good and dry. And we'll grab a little bit of sap green, and we'll mix it right in with that first color, the yellow. And we can put in some other little different colored bushes in here. A little bit more sap green there. A little bit more bushes in there. The idea is what you want to do is try to get some foliage in there. We're going to be pushing these trees back a little bit, so that's what we want to do. We want to be able to give it a little bit of shape of some depth. I'm going to wash that. Okay. So let's just take and I think we're going to need to put a little bit of a darkness in here because we're going to have a little bit of a water here. So we'll probably have this bit of a stream coming down here, but it'll kind of V out a little bit here. And so we probably need to put some more, we'll put some blue in here for the water. So we'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and put some in. Just like that. We'll just pull it in. Probably going to be about right there. And we're about pulling some of that green down. We're going to do that again in a minute. All the way down. It's fine. Okay, and then you can just kind of bring it across. Just like that. And it's already creating some really nice reflections here. But it's going to get even more because we're going to pull in some of this green right in here. Put some of that green in. Until we'll make the water come back that far. And then we'll just brush it in. Very gently across. Just like that. So, just that brush in here. And I think what we'll do here is okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm doing this painting on the fly, so I'm not sure what we're going to paint exactly. This is going to be a fall scene. So I think what we're going to do is put some darker areas in here. Because I think I want to bring these trees down into the water some so you can see the reflection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that same base mix that we used earlier, that really dark color. And we're going to just tap some landmass in right here. Just like that. All the way across. Just like that. And I think we're probably going to just bring them down a little bit here, because I'm going to bring it all the way across like this. Just like that. And we're just going to keep going with that. Give us some nice little areas here. We'll make some little bumps right there or something. Make it a little more natural. And I think I'm going to fix this palette real quick. Like this. Pop it in like that. And we're going to bring it over here. Just like that. Okay, now we can get it tighter and it won't bang so much. So, it's going to bang, but not so much. We'll bring this dark area right down in here. I'm not sure where, we're just going to bring it down for the time being. Just want to bring some areas down into the water maybe a little bit. Darker areas, lighter areas, just like that. Maybe we'll bring some a bit more over here, like that. Okay. Nice and dark. Okay. So we'll bring this same thing over here. And I think we'll just add some more here. We're going to end up making a pond here, so I think what we're going to end up doing here. So let's just look at that as a pond. We'll just bring it down like it's a pond. There we go. Have a little pond right here. Just like that. Kind of round it out that way. More dark in here. There we go. Tap it right in. Let's give him a little walkway out here too. Trying to figure out what the lay of the land is going to be a little bit, you know. Just like that. Okay. Now, what we can do here is, we'll just put that brush in there, and I'll use this one here. And I want to darken these tree trunks a little bit. So let's go ahead and get that darker color again. I'm going to get a little bit more black this time, because I like to have them a little bit darker. So let's do that. Maybe we just add a little bit of darkness to these, so you can see them a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Really see them branches just a little bit more. Bring that right down. Just like that. I think we're going to just leave them that way for the moment. And we're going to take a bit more of that dark. And we're going to bring that reflection right down into the water. Right here. Just like that. Just a little bit of that black. And we're going to do the same with this little one. Just like that. And we got this one here. This can be kind of black in there too. So what I want to do also is we're going to add some of that color in here. So we'll just take the small 1-inch brush. We'll use that same darker color, just lightly. And we'll just tap a little bit of that in here. Tap some in. Just like that. Tap a little bit in for this one. And for this one. So we got that. And then we can take the same brush, we'll just wipe it off a little bit. We'll take some of that same color highlight and we'll drop some in. Just like that. Just like that. So we can get some of them highlights in there. This bush highlight, we'll just do that. Same little thing. Maybe a little bit over here. Just for fun of that. We'll put a little bit down here too. So now we've got some of them highlights in there, and we can put a little bit of that reddish color highlight up and over here. I'm going to put that a little bit redder, just like that. And then we can put a little bit of that in the water too. And so that gives it that little bit of a little bit more reflection, and that's what we really want. We want some more reflection in there. So we'll clean the brush, and we still need to have a little bit of this green, so we'll just grab some of this green, and we'll put some of that in there too. Just like that. A little bit of green there, a little bit right there, and maybe just a tad bit down here. Just like that. Okay. Get your brush nice and clean, and then we can go ahead and make some nice reflections right there. Get it good and dry. And then take and want to pull it down. Very gently, just pull it down. Just like that. A little bit gentle. Pull it down. Right in the water. Just like that. Then go across. Just like that. Get some beautiful little reflections right in that water. There you go. Just like that. Now we can start working on that banking.